So if you felt the need to, you would kill someone tonight?
Look, I know this is difficult to understand at your age, but tonight allows people a release for all the hatred and violence and aggression that they keep up inside them.
Oh, The Purge, starring Ethan Hawke, was #1 at the box office when it opened last weekend. June is a big month for Ethan. He also stars in the new movie Before Midnight, part 3 in a series that took 18 years to make. Ethan Hawke, good morning to you.
Well, thank
So
you.
here we are on Thursday going into another weekend. When you found out that you were #1 on last weekend, are you sitting by the phone waiting for the numbers? Are you that guy?
You know what the truth is?
Everybody wants to be #1, Ethan.
I know, but box office is such a kind of not very interesting barometer for quality.
True.
So I've never put too much stock in it.
I'll bet Charlie would agree with you on that.
You know,
I'll bet he would agree with you on that.
You know, this country, we love to turn everything into a competition.
Yes.
You know, #1 at the box. To be honest, I love that movie. The Purge is a throwback to a kind of old school independent action movie that John Carpenter would have made a few years ago. It has a totally subversive political punk rock message that I love.
Explain the premise. Set up
Well, the premise, it takes place in the future after the Great Depression of 2018 or something, when the country's been decimated. And so it's been rebuilt on this idea that to eliminate violence and unemployment, they create a purge night, where every night, once a year, they shut down the government and you're allowed to do whatever you want. So if you guys don't like your boss, you don't like the way the show's being run, you don't have to fight about it. You don't have to call a lawyer. You wait for purge night and you kill them.
Yes.
All right?
All crime is legal.
All crime is legal.
Period, yeah.
Or you rob them, or you do whatever you want. And that way, crime during the rest of the year goes down. And also, let's face it, the poor people kill each other.
This sounds a bit different from Before Midnight.
I have made 2 movies right now, and one is, I think, the gentlest movie of all time, and one is kind of the most cutthroat movie of all time.
One's about death, one's about love.
Yeah, my mother called me up and was like, "Who are you?" I'm like, "Look, man, I just love movies."
How were you raised?
Yeah, that's actually what she says. She says they don't think, "Oh, he's cool." They think, "How are you? Who raised you?"
How could his mother do this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Tell us about Before Midnight in terms of it's getting good numbers. I mean, good word of mouth.
Look, there aren't that many movies made for people that are interested in a sincere discussion about romance
And relationships.
Our dream is to make a romantic movie that guys want to go see because it isn't filled with a lot of lies. It tries to be really honest about the male-female dynamic, and we've been making these. We made the first one in '94.
How old were you, Ethan?
Julie and I both were 23. That's Julie Delpy and myself. And we also co-write these. So what's kind of interesting about this project is we've made one movie every 9 years. Julie and I write it with the director, and it's turned into some kind of crazy life project.
And how much of your own personal stuff do you draw on? You have personal stuff in your life. How much do you draw on it?
He has personal stuff in his life?
Yeah.
Hopefully. We draw, the truth is, Rick and Julie and I, these movies are made from the fabric of our life. I mean, that's what we do. Jesse and Celine are created out of our collective imagination. And so it's our life, it's our generation's life. You know, I mean, a lot of what's happening to them is developmental. I mean, you think that you're fighting because your husband won't take out the trash, or you want, but really you're fighting because you're 40 and it sucks.
But I'm so excited about this because after the first one, I wasn't sure they had boinked until we saw the second one.
This is what's important to her.
Yes,
okay, let's get down.
Yeah, Charlie knows.
Are they having sex?
Yes, are they? Because I wasn't sure after the first one. Then in the second one, they clearly had.
Yes.
They clearly had.
And now she feels better.
Yes, I do actually. I do too. Okay, go ahead, continue.
No, you.
Sorry.
Well, so
I
the
was
third
excited.
one is that what's happened to the relationship by the time of Before Midnight?
Yeah, the first 2 are a lot about romantic projections and what we dream romance can do for us. And we thought it would be a mistake to just do that a third time.
Right.
And this third one is about what happens when you get what you want.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you having me. You know, my grandfather was in the Texas State Legislature, and he was manager of the Abilene Blue Sox and was part of Branch Rickey's farm team that helped find Jackie Robinson and stuff. And he didn't really believe I'd made it until I'd been on your show. and he was so proud of me because you asked me something about, for some reason FDR came up, and I had mentioned to you that that FDR wasn't even with Eleanor when he died. He was with Lucy Mercer. And And my grandfather called me up. He's like, you know, you're not an idiot after all. You held your own with Charlie Rose discussing history. He was so proud of me. Nothing else I did meant anything. But the fact that he was like, you know, son, you're all right. If you could just quit smoking, you'd be all right.
It's a good time to be Ethan Hawke, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.